One quote that can change your life. Have you ever noticed how a single moment can ruin your entire day? You wake in the morning with hope, maybe even with joy, and then one small thing happens. Someone speaks to you harshly. The message you were waiting for never comes. A plan falls apart, a door closes, a machine breaks down, or the sky itself turns gray when you had hoped for sun. And in that small moment, the peace you carried inside begins to slip away, and suddenly the whole day feels poisoned. We tell ourselves, it is ruined now. Everything is ruined. And yet, was it the event itself that ruined the day? Or was it what your mind told you about it? That small question, that hidden truth, lies at the heart of wisdom that has endured for centuries. A man, 2,000 years ago, whispered it to himself in the dark as he tried to stay calm in a world of war and plague and betrayal. His name was Marcus Aurelius. He was not just any man. He was the emperor of Rome, ruler of an empire so vast that the sun seemed to rise and set across his armies. And yet, despite the power, despite the gold, despite the legions who bowed to him, he knew something we forget every day, that no man rules the world. He wrote these words in his journal, words that were never meant for others to see, but have survived like a torch in the night: you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Stop and hear it again, slowly, as if he is speaking directly to you across the centuries. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. In these few words lies a shield for the soul, a fortress for the heart, and a compass for the days when storms come without warning. But do we believe it? That is the question. We live as if our peace depends on the world being soft and kind. We wake expecting that everyone will treat us gently, that every plan will go as we wish, that fortune will keep her hand open forever. And then, when reality comes crashing in, we cry out like children who have lost a toy. We forget that the world has never belonged to us. We cannot hold back the rain. We cannot stop the betrayal. We cannot keep those we love from leaving, from changing, from dying. The world will do what the world does. It always has. It always will. But inside you, in that quiet space no hand can reach, you still hold a power greater than empires. The power of your own mind, your own judgment, your own response. Think of the last time you grew angry. Perhaps someone cut you off in traffic. Perhaps someone lied to you. Perhaps you worked hard, and the reward went to another. In that moment, did the event itself wound you? Or was it the meaning your mind gave to it? The insult is only a sound, air moving through another's lips. The delay is only time passing, as it always has. The loss is only the shifting of what was never fully yours. But your mind, oh, your mind builds a story. This should not be. This must not happen. I cannot bear this. And it is that story that burns you, not the event itself. Marcus Aurelius knew this. He faced enemies at his borders, diseases in his cities, betrayals in his palace. He watched his empire, vast as it was, tremble under the weight of chaos. But he refused to let his peace be stolen. You have power over your mind, he reminded himself, again and again, as though chanting a prayer. And he was not alone. Long before him, a man named Epictetus, born a slave, broken by masters, crippled in body but not in spirit, taught the same lesson. Epictetus said, "Some things are up to us, and some are not." He had nothing, not wealth, not freedom, not even the safety of his own body. And yet he called himself free, because his mind was his own. Do you see it now? An emperor and a slave, one holding the world in his hand, the other holding nothing at all, yet both discovering the same treasure. That strength does not come from controlling events, but from controlling oneself. Let us bring this closer. Imagine you are standing in the market. The sky darkens, and the storm breaks, pouring rain upon your head. Some curse the heavens. Some run for shelter. Some shake their fists at the sky. But what power do you have over the storm? None. And yet, you do have power over your mind. You may say to yourself, the rain is unpleasant, but it is only water. Let it fall. My spirit remains untouched. Or you may say, why me? Why today? This is unfair, and your day is lost, not because of the rain, but because of your mind's rebellion. The storm is outside. The suffering is inside. You built it yourself. Now think of grief. You lose someone you love. The pain is real, the absence heavy. No philosophy can erase that. The Stoics never denied it. They wept, they felt, they grieved. But they also reminded themselves, I do not control life or death. I do not control the passing of time. I only control how I carry this weight. And so they walked forward, wounded but unbroken, carrying sorrow with dignity instead of despair. That is what Marcus meant by strength. Not that you will not feel pain. Not that you will not stumble. But that you will not let outside events master you. You remain master of your mind. Look around in your own life. How many of your troubles come not from the event itself but from the judgment you place upon it? Someone does not greet you, and you decide they hate you. A project fails, and you decide you are worthless. A dream delays, and you decide the universe is against you. None of these are truths. They are only stories you write in your own mind. What if, instead, you chose a different story? They did not greet me, perhaps they were tired, perhaps they were lost in thought. It means nothing about me. The project failed, good, now I have learned something for the next attempt. The dream delays, so be it, I will walk with patience. In an instant, the same event becomes lighter, simply because your mind chose a wiser path. And here lies the secret, your mind is always painting the world. You cannot stop the brush from moving, but you can choose the colors. If you dip the brush in bitterness, the whole canvas darkens. If you dip it in patience, in courage, in understanding, suddenly even the darkest moment holds light. The event does not change. The rain still falls, the insult still sounds, the loss still cuts. But your mind changes, and so your world changes. This is the strength Marcus speaks of. When he wrote his journal, he was not trying to impress others. He was whispering to himself, a man weary of burdens, reminding himself not to sink under their weight. His words survive as a gift to us. And today, when the world overwhelms you, when anger burns, when grief crushes, you can whisper the same to yourself, I have power over my mind. Not outside events. I will find strength here, not there. But perhaps you doubt this. Perhaps you say, yes, but some events are too big, too heavy, too cruel. Surely the mind cannot stand firm against all things. And to that I will tell you the story of Marcus Aurelius himself. He was not a man who lived in peace and comfort. He was not a philosopher writing in the quiet of a garden, far from the troubles of men. He was emperor, and with that title came endless storms. His reign was scarred by plague, a disease that swept through his empire, killing thousands upon thousands. He watched people fall, day after day, knowing he could not stop the invisible hand of death. His reign was marked by war, endless war at the frontiers, where he led his legions through mud and snow and blood. His reign was poisoned by betrayal, even from within his own family, for his own son Commodus grew into cruelty and folly. And yet in the midst of all this, he sat in his tent by candlelight and wrote words of calm, words of acceptance, words of wisdom. Why? Because he knew the truth of his own power. He could not command the plague to stop. He could not bend the hearts of men to loyalty. He could not rewrite the flow of fate. But he could command himself. He could bend his own heart. He could master his own mind. And in that mastery, he found a strength that no army could grant him. You see, when Marcus says, realize this, and you will find strength, he is not promising the world will change. He is promising you will change. The weight of events remains the same, but your shoulders grow broader. The storms remain fierce, but your roots grow deeper. The world remains uncertain, but you walk through it with steady steps, because your mind is steady. That is the strength he speaks of, not power over fate, but power over yourself. Let us bring this closer to our own time. Imagine a worker who loses his job. The world outside has shifted. The event is real. Now two paths open before him. The first path, anger, bitterness, despair. He tells himself the universe is cruel, that his worth is gone, that all is lost. He sinks, not because of the job itself, but because of the story his mind has written. The second path, acceptance, resilience, courage. He tells himself, this has happened. It cannot be undone. I will rise again. I will learn. I will begin anew. The event is the same, but the strength is different, because the mind is different. Which path is freedom? Which path is slavery? Do you see? The one who cannot command his mind is enslaved, even if he wears a crown. The one who commands his mind is free, even if he wears chains. Epictetus, the slave-turned-teacher, said, when something happens, the only thing in your power is your attitude toward it. He was beaten, he was poor, he was mocked. But he laughed. He taught. He lived with dignity, because no man could chain his spirit. And Seneca, the wealthy statesman, said the same, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. He warned that our mind multiplies pain, turning a single cut into 1,000 wounds. These men, different in rank, in station, in fortune, all discovered the same treasure: the mind is the citadel. Guard it, and you are safe. Neglect it, and you are lost. Now let us think of smaller trials, the daily battles we all face. The long line at the store. The delay of a bus. The rude word from a stranger. How quickly we surrender our peace. How quickly we hand over our happiness to events that mean nothing. Why do we give the outside world such power over us? Why do we make ourselves slaves to every annoyance? Is it not foolish? You have only so many days, only so many hours. Will you throw them away on anger because a stranger did not smile? Will you give away your joy because the clouds hid the sun? No, no longer. Remember Marcus' words. You have power over your mind. You are not a leaf blown helpless by every breeze. You are the tree itself, rooted deep. And yes, there will be great storms too. Illness. Betrayal. Death. These will come, as they came for Marcus, as they come for all. But even here, the truth holds. For what is death, if not a law of nature? What is illness, if not a part of life's fabric? What is betrayal, if not the weakness of another's soul, not yours? You do not control these things. You never did. But you control whether you meet them with despair or with courage. You control whether you bow or whether you stand tall. That choice is yours. Always yours. And in that choice lies your strength. Perhaps now you see why Marcus wrote his meditations not as lofty philosophy, but as reminders, almost as a soldier sharpens his sword before battle. He wrote, do not let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason that today arm you against the present. This was his way of preparing himself. And it can be your way too. For life will not spare you. But you can meet it ready. Imagine tomorrow something disappoints you. The plan falls apart. The friend fails you. The day turns gray. In that moment, whisper to yourself, this is outside my power. But my mind remains mine. I will not surrender it. Do this again and again, until it becomes habit, until it becomes your nature. Slowly, you will discover a new strength within you, a strength that does not depend on fortune, on weather, on the actions of others. A strength that cannot be taken, only given away. And you will refuse to give it. And when others see you calm while they rage, steady while they stumble, smiling while they curse, they will wonder, what secret does this person hold? How do they stand so firm? And you will know the secret is no secret at all. It is simply what Marcus wrote, what Epictetus taught, what Seneca lived, that the mind is yours, and in mastering it, you master all. So remember this, the world outside is a sea forever in motion. You cannot still its waves. But you can build a ship within yourself, strong enough to sail any storm. That ship is your mind. Guard it. Strengthen it. Steer it. And no matter what the sea may do, you will not drown. And now I ask you, when the next storm comes, when the next insult stings, when the next loss cuts deep, will you surrender to what you cannot control, or will you take hold of what has always been yours? Will you remember the words of Marcus Aurelius, you have power over your mind, not outside events? Realize this, and you will find strength,